Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to share a little bit of what I'm working on and how a typical Friday takes place when I'm in the studio. I wish I could tell you my morning starts like this. Staring at the sunrise, appreciating the morning light, but this couldn't be more far from the truth. Reality is that I really struggle at having a consistent morning routine. Most of the times my first feeling is guilt because I didn't wake up when I was supposed to. Well, I'm trying to improve. So this morning I made it. Not that I want to come out every day and stare at the sun in the cold weather. This is definitely not for me, but I must say that today it feels good. Now let's go back inside. I'm freezing. Whether I wake up early or not, I always take some time to do some back exercises throughout the day. This helps me with my back pain, which is, pretty intense in the last year. I know that many of you guys spending a lot of time at the desk also have this problem. Maybe I will do a video in the future telling you what I did, what I'm doing to manage it. Anyway, you might or might not know that I have currently 2 jobs. I work on music, on Patreon, on everything which is related to music, which is also my passion. But before having this as a job, I was working as an acoustic consultant, so taking care of noise insulation, environmental noise, that kind of stuff. I slowed down on that side, but I'm still doing it. I'm still taking some works, and through the week, if some of those works arrive, I take care of it also. But on Fridays, I dedicate the whole day to music. So today is Friday, so that's what we're going to do. So a couple of days ago, I've asked my community on Patreon to give me suggestions for future videos. I had many suggestions, very interesting ones. So what I'm doing now is taking note of them and divide them into priority and decide which videos I'm going to make first. To keep track of everything related to distilled noise and the musical activity, I use Notion. It's a productivity app that allows you to create lists, to create calendars, data sheets, everything you want. So yeah, I'm writing a few more ideas, a few more notes, and then I move to the second part of the day where I'm taking care of working on November project, and I'll share a little bit of it. As Minimal Improvements community, we are also releasing an EP with 1 original mix by myself and 4 remixes by 4 members of the community. So I'm also taking care of getting the masters done, preparing the agreements, preparing to distribute the EP on the digital platforms through TuneCore, and also the promotion, working, with a label. It takes time if you want to do it properly. It's my first release where I also release other people's music. So far I just released a couple of EPs by myself. When you have also other people's music, you have to take it with respect, and so I want to do everything as it must be done. And so also that is another task that I have on my list to take care of. I don't know if I'll take care of it today though, because if you take care of too many things, you don't do any of them in the right way. So this is a difficult topic to talk about, since I'm making a video day in the life, sort of. I want it to be honest, because what I'm watching on YouTube is that there is all of these people that have these very organized lives, and sometimes it gives me excitement and enthusiasm to take my life and be organized, schedule everything, do things, wake up early, exercise, all that stuff, which is good, that enthusiasm is good if you translate it on action. But other times it's frustrating because I really find it difficult, and I've realized that in my case, when it comes to sort of creative work, like it's music, it's difficult to respect all those productivity rules and stuff, because you need the time to get inspired, to let your brain go on a free flow and that time can be scheduled, but until a certain point, you know, because you might schedule a 2 hours production lesson and spend those 2 hours at doing anything, you know, not having good ideas. So how can I be productive? How can I say, okay, I need to finish that track within today, if when I get to work on it, I really can't get any ideas? With music, with getting ideas, I think keeping yourself too close to all those productivity rules that we might read on books or watch on videos, I think it can be dangerous for your self-esteem, you know, because you think, oh, all of these guys have their life so well organized, they can do tasks so easily, and I just can't finish things, I just can't get ideas. This is a thing that made me think a lot lately as I keep working on music. I think it's something that I need to be aware of, that it's not a normal job, it's creativity. If I'm doing something and I get an idea, I can't let it go. I can't just write it on paper. I need to stop that activity and move to that idea and work on it, because it can go away. Even if you type it down, if you write it down, the day after it doesn't look as good as it was when you had it. So yeah, if you find yourself, you know, treating music and art like something you can cut off out of your time and treat it like a mechanical thing, in my opinion, it's not like that. So avoid, you know, being frustrated if it's not like you think it should be. So this is the track that I'm working on. I've already started the arrangement. It's a bit of different track from usual because I try to focus on creating the bass line as a mix between percussions and 808 sort of kick. So let's check it out quickly. So as you can hear, I have a percussion section here. Which is also giving me the key of the track, because the percussions are fine-tuned to stay in a scale. And then I have this sub bass, which is made with an 808 kick. Which also needs to respect the scale. I have some synths here, which I made completely with wavetable. I programmed the sound from scratch, and I've used a couple of MIDI effects to trigger modulations and notes. You see I have an arpeggiator and the velocity, which modulates some parameters. Sounds straight without any modulation, sounds like this. So it's quite boring. With the arpeggiator and with the velocity, it's a bit more modulated, and I like it because I use the unison to expand a little bit the sound, so it moves in the then I have a few vocals. And then I also tried this sound that is another wavetable with some beat repeater effects. As you can see, creates these weird repetitions. About the percussion, I won't go too much into details, but I just want to show you this because I think if you get the project, at least you understand what I did, but also it can, you know, inspire you to experiment a little bit with the frequency shifter. Now I'm into Ableton 10. On 11 is called just shifter. This tom is actually, you know, playing an important part on the pattern. But the regular tom would sound like this. Okay, so the frequency shifter is modulated, fine-tuned. I spent a lot of time on this modulation to make it do a sort of melody or whatever you want to call it, pattern which is in scale. And the scale is D sharp minor. I want to add a sort of drone or static sort of musical thing. I will use something by UVI. It is called drone. Then I will resample to audio. Yeah. I think I will freeze this and flatten it just to leave to the guys an audio file, and of course being able also to touch it and do whatever they want with the audio file. So this is one idea.
Neither sounds good in all the Romance languages.
Okay, so here we'll put a bit of a chain.
Neither sounds
This one for sure,
Neither sounds good in all.
but not only.
Neither sounds good. Neither sounds good.
And a chorus.
Neither sounds good in all. Neither sounds good in all.
I think the takeaway from this project is mainly, you know, the groove and how to work with percussions and one shots to build something that actually makes sense together. Right, cool. So now it's 5:20 p.m. I think I'll take some more time to work on the project between today and tomorrow. I really want to finish it. Usually I'm always delivering the project mid of the month, but this time I want to be able to deliver at the beginning of the new month. I'm ahead schedule, so it's good. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and I hope you've seen, you know, a different side of my studio life that I didn't tell you much until now.